Hello, your blonde bombshell here with you, and I thought I would do a run of the day of 2:15:19. Well, it was an eventful day. I got up later than I wanted to, which was bad. But the good part was we got Peanut to the vet on time. Yay. He does not have any heartworms, which we knew he wouldn't because he takes his pill every month. He had long nails, which concerned me because we were there just not too long ago to have his nails done, which seemed very weird. So they had to trim his nails, which was another $10. And then on top of that, had to take 2 shots with him there today. And they took his temperature, body weight, and he's on a new diet. He gets a cup for a whole day of dog food. And then the little Alpo snaps, she liked those idea of him having those, which was a good thing. But, however, instead of a whole snap, he gets 1 snap. So you have to cut it in half and get half a snap. And she said, not a whole snap. So I have to cut down on those. He did really well. Didn't give him any grief. So he gained a little weight, but an ounce. So I'm not too overly concerned with that. She did want him to come back for a dental appointment, which Grandpa's not too keen about going for another appointment so soon, as you can imagine. So I don't think we're going to be doing that, unfortunately. Other than that, the rest of the day went pretty smooth. Went and got my taxes done. Because last night after I did all the decorating of the house, which I put up the Easter and the St. Patrick at the same time, because it's like we go from one right to the other in my book. And I wanted to be prepared, so I definitely got everything decorated in the house, but I had 2 new St. Patrick's Day flag, one from last year, and we have 3 now St. Patrick Day flags outside that I'm proud to say are out there. I delivered cookies to that friend I seen yesterday that I hadn't seen in forever, a couple of cookies and about 4 brownies. And from what I understand, she shared with the other girl, which was nice. I went and today I decided, well, let's just go ahead after I gave the vet some brownies also. We went to Goodwill, dropped off some watches that my grandpa had found in the drawer, and I donated them some more cookies and brownies. And then went out to eat, which the Wendy's crew didn't get anything tonight. Sorry about that. Tonight, I baked a cake for our family meal tomorrow since I don't have to cook. There is a God. However, we're all going out to Cracker Barrel, so I hope that goes well at 1 o'clock. Don't know how that's going to go. A little bit hoping for the best. You never know. When you get all of us together, it can range from good to medium, but never really that bad. Just between good and medium. And then bake some cookies tonight. I tried to watch the Ryan Pavey movie here and there, but it really wasn't that good. To me, if it's not a Darcy movie with Ryan, not that, his movies are not that bad, because they are not. I love Ryan Pavey. It's just I want to see another Darcy movie, Hallmark. I actually stayed up late last night and watched Unleashing Mr. Darcy and Marrying Mr. Darcy. It was really great. Also wanted to say, I got my taxes done today, which I'm really excited about that. That's all I'm going to say on that. And the future is looking good that way, financially wise. So that's a really good thing. There were some questions in the inbox about my adoption, my adoption plan. It's just, I feel like I am too trusting sometimes. I am too naive in a lot of ways because I want to believe the best in people, and I want to see the best in people. I don't want to believe that there's an evil side, so maybe that is not a good thing in today's world, if you will, but I don't believe in being a right fighter, which some would be like, say what? What's a right fighter? Well, a right fighter is where you're always right and you never make a mistake. And I believe that, no one is perfect. We all have faults. And if you can be like, okay, look, I'm not perfect and I'm sorry for anything I've ever said, but it takes communication in order to work through any problem, then you'll work through it. But if you're going to be putting up these walls and guards and be like, okay, I can't work through any problem, then that's on you. The idea of, which is not an idea, it's a plan for me to adopt, I feel like is going to be a dream of mine come to a reality. And I believe that that's the best route for me. Um, I have been hurt. I have been definitely, you know, I want to put the rose-colored glasses on and believe that, guys are great guys and that they won't hurt you. They won't be disloyal. That they won't be um, able to go behind your back and be the worst possible guy possible. I mean, um, I want to believe the best is still out there, but it's very hard for me to do that. And I have lived that life where everything I did was not pleasing. Everything that I did was not up to par. And I don't want that in my future. I don't want anybody to be like holding high standards and being like, you fall so short. I may not be bank rich, but I'm overly wealthy when it comes to having love and when it comes to having faith. And definitely I'm blessed when I have friends who are family and family who are friends. So, it's all, to me, the bottom line is never how much is in the bank. The bottom line is how much can your heart make any situation work. Because your heart with hope and faith together, you have a great amount of wealth. And I try to share my wealth with, and what I mean by that is, I've had to take up a hobby with Grandma gone because there's just a great big empty space. I was so used to pill here at this time, breathing treatment here at this time, and being the one responsible for that. And Grandpa is so self-sufficient that he is still able, thank you, knock on wood, to take his own medication, to be able to function and not need a walker or wheelchair, knock on wood. And, I'm grateful for that. So I feel blessed that I want to share that I am blessed with, my grandpa being here every day, a World War II veteran, a man that's a class act in every way, but yet I need something to keep me busy and occupied besides my reading, besides my artwork, besides my piano. And the best way to do that is learn a new hobby, and that is cooking for me. When I share my cookies, my brownies, my cookie brownies lately, I feel like that I'm giving back, and I'm feeling grateful for that ability to take time and share the gift of thoughtfulness. Share the gift of, hey, I'm learning how to cook. If you can give me feedback, honest feedback on how this is, I'm more than grateful. And I think that's the best thing that I can do right now. And, everything that you do is a learning brick. And the moment you stop learning, you stop living. And you are never always right. And I feel like, you're never always wrong either, because there's always two sides to every story. But in my case, one of the questions in my inbox was, have you really given up on love? And if so, then why are you still on the dating channel? I would say this to that question. Love is for the lucky and for the strong. It's like the Conway Twitty song that was done by Bette Midler too, The Rose. And if you don't know what I'm meaning, listen to that song. Because once you've been burned, once you have a broken heart that may not ever heal, you don't know if you can recover to learn to trust again, to learn to love again. And as I said last night, it would take one hell of a good man to mend my broken heart, because, a lot would say that I haven't moved on and that's why I have that broken heart. Maybe it is. You know what? Maybe I still have that Hallmark hope really in the pit of my stomach. Maybe I still have that Harlequin ending wish that I wish would come true. But it takes two people to communicate. One can't want to communicate and one cannot really want to listen to what you have to hear and put up walls. And That's short-sighted. I think that that is wrong. And we're adults. At least I feel like that's the way it should be handled. Um, and I'm done trying to work on that. I feel like that the reason I stay on dating sites is to give me hope, hopefully, that, maybe one of these guys can overcome my heart of stone or rock that won't roll. But at the same time, I don't know if that's possible anymore, if that makes any sense. Because once you get hurt so badly, it's like you just don't want to believe. So you focus on yourself and focus on making yourself better in order to be a better person. And I think that that's what I've done with my cooking. It's like I'm focusing on a trade to make myself better. So next month I am cooking for the family again, and it's like I've got to focus on that, and I've got to focus on keeping busy on the rest of this vacation since I'm not going anywhere, and it'll be up Monday, so I've got to make the best of it. And just focusing on the positives and not the negatives is where I want to go from here, if that makes any sense. I feel like this is my greatest platform to express my true emotions, my true feelings, for anybody that wants to listen, for whatever knows what reason. And it's been an extremely busy day. Seen a lot of geese today. I didn't get to say that. I took 2 pictures of those earlier on my way to go get my taxes done. Baked my cousin a cake for doing my taxes, and gave her that. Took some more cookies out to my store in Goodwill, which tomorrow I may be able to take some cookies out to Wendy's. I don't know if we're going there or not. We'll just have to see how that plays out, because I made my family a cake again, so that should be pretty cool. And I got to put the little doodads on it because it's one of those funfetti cakes. So you have to wait until, what I do anyway. Some of y'all may not do this, but it worked really well last night. So I thought, hey, if it's broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how it goes. I'm blonde, excuse me. But I went ahead and put the cake last night in the refrigerator, and then waited an hour, and then I iced it. And then today, an hour before I went to go present the cake to my cousin, I put the little doodads on there, and it went really well. So I'm thinking, since I did the same thing with the icing tonight after I baked the cake, and I put it in the fridge for an hour, then pulled it back out, iced the cake, then tomorrow, an hour before we eat it, I will put the little doodads on it, and voila, it's done. So anyway, I'm always glad to have this nightly chit chat with you and to iron out any questions in your mind. Again, I've got to do this for me, and I'm talking about the adoption. I've longed to be a mother. First, I've always wanted to be a wife. A. B. I've always wanted to be a mother. But in life, it rarely goes as we plan it. And with my trust issues, with my insecurities, which I'm being very candid with you, I have seen the worst of the worst and the best of the best. I've said that millions of times. However, I've lived both of those situations as well. And I feel in my heart that, I can only be the best version of me that I can be. And then if it doesn't work, which obviously I'm going on 43 at this point, I planned a long time ago to be a mom. I mean, go back, watch my other videos. It's clearly obvious. But it just hasn't happened yet. And I feel like if I want to make that happen, then I have to make it happen. And the only way to do that is adoption at this point. So that's why I'm leaning heavily towards that. Some would say, well, you haven't really tried that hard. And to that I would say, you have to be able to trust, don't you? You have to be able to go, okay, I put enough faith in him, and he's not going to walk out on me. He's not going to make me feel second best to, say, another woman, or he's not going to make me feel second best to a hobby, or a career or anything. I am a priority in his life. And I don't want that anymore. And I want to be able to say, hey, I am a mom. So that's the best way I can make it happen, is adopt. I hope that you understand. Because honestly, there's only one guy that I would even want to approach that topic with, and he does not want to talk to me at all. So that's where I stand. Next up, we're going to sing a couple of songs. And I'm going to try to poke some fun at love tonight because I need a laugh. I don't know about y'all, but I need a laugh. So stay put. Don't go anywhere.